Prince William has unveiled the startling contents of Queen Elizabeth II's last will, a revelation that left everyone at Buckingham Palace in disbelief. The unexpected final wishes of the late Queen, as revealed in the will, have sparked widespread interest. Let's delve into the surprising details of the will and explore why Prince William was entrusted with the task of reading it. Prince William unveils the Queen's last will, full of surprises. The royal family was anxious as Prince William carefully opened the Queen's will. The royal household braced for surprising revelations about her final wishes. These were not just about money or titles, but the monarchy's future. What secrets had the Queen hidden over the years, and how would her legacy change the royal family? The answers challenged common views about the British monarchy. As the doors of Buckingham Palace closed, a palpable sense of anticipation filled the room. Prince William, who had always borne the weight of royal duty with grace, now held his grandmother's legacy in his hands. The will was not just a legal document, but a roadmap for the monarchy's future. The first words sent shivers down the pages as he unfolded them, revealing the fate of royal estates and a shift in power within the family. William, expecting a standard inheritance, was confronted with an unexpected reality. The family secrets that could potentially alter the public's perception of the royal family were about to be unveiled. As he continued to read, the stakes grew higher, and he felt the weight of responsibility with every line. The royal family, known for its poise and unity, found itself in a delicate position. The inheritance included more than money and important properties. It was about who would inherit what. For Prince William, this moment was crucial for the family legacy. The will hinted that some royal members would receive more than expected, while others might get very little. As the world awaited more details, speculation grew about the implications for the royal lineage. As William examined the Queen's last wishes, it became clear that changes were coming. Changes no one foresaw. A shocking revelation sent waves through Buckingham Palace. The will stated that some royal properties, which were thought to stay in the family, might instead go to the crown. Unlike what many believed, Buckingham Palace was not the Queen's personal property, but part of the crown estate. This decision could disrupt royal traditions lasting for centuries. William now faced the reality of how this would affect his role as king and the responsibilities of his descendants. Beyond the properties, more discoveries were on the horizon. The Queen's hidden financial legacy was now revealed. Her wealth came not just from royal duties, but also from investments, art, and personal projects. Her fortune was substantial, but its distribution remained secret until now. As the will continued to unfold, it became clear that some family members would inherit personal treasures, items with emotional value beyond money. These revelations surprised the family and raised questions about how these treasures would impact their future. It became more evident with every moment that Prince William's role in the monarchy would change drastically after this reading. The terms of the inheritance would affect how they managed royal estates, distributed famous jewelry, and carried on the Queen's legacy in significant moments. William understood the importance of the choices ahead. The monarchy's future, for better or worse, had changed forever because of the Queen's final wishes. As Buckingham Palace trembled under the weight of these revelations, the world braced for the upcoming changes. Among the unexpected legacies left by the Queen, Queen Elizabeth left behind significant wealth, but her will revealed that her true treasures went beyond royal properties and money. The will included important royal artifacts like art, heirlooms, and antiques preserved through generations. A key asset was Balmoral Castle, her retreat in the Scottish Highlands, which she considered a private escape. As Prince William read on, he discovered that Balmoral would not just go to one family member, several could share it. This decision created interest and tension within the royal family. The inheritance was more complex than anyone expected, creating a multifaceted legacy. The Queen's art collection offered another surprise. It included works by famous artists like Rembrandt and Vermeer that were not part of the Crown's royal collection. Instead, these pieces were her private treasures, assigned to specific family members. Some unexpected choices showed that the Queen carefully considered who best would take care of these cultural legacies. For Prince William, inheriting these artworks was not just a duty to the monarchy, but also a profound emotional connection to his grandmother and great-grandmother. A poignant moment was when the Queen's jewelry collection was unveiled. It featured not just ordinary jewels, but significant heirlooms, including the famous Vladimir tiara, which has a rich history and is cherished by royal enthusiasts. There was uncertainty about whether Prince William would get these jewels or if they would go to his wife, Catherine. The situation was complex. Some pieces would go to Camilla, who was preparing to be the future queen consort, while other items tied to the Queen's personal story would stay in the family for the next generation of royals. This thoughtful distribution showed a clear vision for the monarchy's future, revealing personal treasures and other assets kept from public view. Queen Elizabeth's rare books, family manuscripts, and various heirlooms told the story of her royal heritage. These items were more than possessions. They symbolized her deep connection to the monarchy's long history. Who will inherit the Queen's legacy? Speculation grew about how to divide Queen Elizabeth's treasures. Some would stay in the royal vaults, while others would go to her children and grandchildren. The Queen wanted to protect her legacy, but a key question remained. Which royal would inherit these critical historical documents? As the will was read, the value of the inheritance became clear. Queen Elizabeth left behind a large fortune and a carefully chosen collection of items that held great cultural, historical, and emotional value. These pieces were not just family heirlooms, but part of a monarchy that lasted over 1,000 years. Each item told a story of tradition, power, and duty. Her heirs would now be responsible for carrying on this legacy. King Charles was set to inherit the crown, but the will also raised questions about how the remaining assets would be divided. The reading revealed that King Charles III would inherit much more than just the crown, a situation that the monarchy had long expected. The public did not know much about the Queen's private wealth, and the will disclosed how it would be shared. Charles would receive royal properties like Sandringham and Balmoral, plus private investments hidden from view. Now that he held the crown, Charles faced the challenge of managing these assets while keeping the monarchy stable. His reign would depend on his leadership and how he handled the significant wealth and legacy he received from his mother. One surprising detail about the inheritance was the fate of the Queen's personal jewelry collection, once seen as a crown jewel. Some pieces would not just go to the direct line of succession. Specific items were set aside for Prince William and his children, ensuring that the Queen's legacy would live on through future generations. The decision to read the Queen's will was both symbolic and pragmatic. It allowed the monarchy to continue while honoring her family ties. For King Charles, this went beyond financial implications. It represented a deep sense of duty linked to his mother's legacy. Prince William's inheritance of specific properties and jewels marked a pivotal moment in his path to kingship. With these responsibilities, he was expected to uphold the Queen's influence while modernizing the monarchy. The will outlined the distribution of cherished personal belongings, reflecting a commitment to preserving history and tradition. As the reading concluded, William understood that his role would extend beyond managing royal assets to embodying the values instilled by his grandmother. This inheritance clarified not just possessions, but how the monarchy might evolve. The royal family now faced the challenge of honoring the Queen's legacy while adapting to a rapidly changing world. William's role in reading the will raises questions about the family's approach to passing on important information. Perhaps insights into his life will reveal the reasons behind his prominent involvement. Interesting details about Prince William. Prince William, the eldest son of King Charles III and Princess Diana, was born during Queen Elizabeth II's reign. He attended well-known schools like Wetherby and Eton and earned a Master of Arts in Geography from the University of St. Andrews, where he met Catherine Middleton. After finishing his education, William trained at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, and served in the military. He worked as a pilot for the East Anglian Air Ambulance starting in 2015. He is dedicated to public service and engages with charities such as Tusk Trust and Centrepoint, focusing on mental health and conservation through the Royal Foundation. In 2020, he started the Earthshot Prize to promote sustainability. He was given the title Duke of Cambridge before marrying Catherine in 2011, and later became the Duke of Cornwall and Prince of Wales when his father became king in September 2022. William and Catherine's royal tour of Canada in summer 2011 was successful and well received by the public. They took part in various royal events, including the 2012 Summer Olympics and a tour for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2013. Their visits to New Zealand and Australia in 2014 and a diplomatic trip to the US showed their commitment to global issues like wildlife preservation. Although William has faced criticism about his work ethic, he has stayed focused on his royal duties, family, and role in air ambulance services. He has traveled to several countries to strengthen international relations after Brexit. In January 2018, the royal couple visited Sweden and Norway to strengthen diplomatic ties. In June, Prince William toured Jordan, Israel, and Palestine, showing his dedication to promoting peace. Their visit to Pakistan in October 2019 was the first royal family visit in 13 years, aiming to improve relations and address climate change and education. In November 2020, it was revealed that Prince William had COVID-19 in April, but kept it private to prevent public concern, while continuing his duties. At the end of the year, the couple celebrated community efforts in England, Scotland, and Wales via the royal train, though some leaders had mixed feelings about travel restrictions. In May 2021, they toured Scotland and attended their first G7 summit in Cornwall in June. Their March 2022 visit to Belize, the Bahamas, and Jamaica for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee coincided with protests for reparations related to slavery. During the unveiling of the National Windrush Monument, Prince William discussed the racism faced by minority groups. In May 2022, he took part in the state opening of Parliament for the first time as a state councillor. After Queen Elizabeth II passed away in September, William was named Prince of Wales, which led to public debate about the title. A petition to abolish it received over 30,000 signatures, but surveys showed that 66% supported him getting the title. By October, there were suggestions that an investiture might not be needed, which Kensington Palace supported. Role as the Prince of Wales. Prince William, as the British monarch's firstborn son, inherited the Duchy of Cornwall. This duchy, valued at around £760 million, provides him significant financial support. It was established in 1337 to ensure a private income for the monarch's eldest son, boosting William's influence within the royal family and society. On September 27, 2022, William and Catherine, the new Prince and Princess of Wales, began their first official visit to Wales. They visited Anglesey and Swansea, where residents warmly welcomed them. By November 2022, Prince William attended a session at the Senedd, where he discussed important issues with the Welsh First Minister, Mark Drakeford. In February 2023, they first visited Falmouth as the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. They interacted with local people and learned about the area's history and culture. In March 2023, Prince William traveled alone to Poland, where he met Polish and British military personnel and Ukrainian refugees in Rzeszów. He also spoke with Polish President Andrzej Duda at the presidential palace to strengthen diplomatic ties between the two countries. In October 2023, both Prince William and Catherine condemned the Hamas-led attack on Israel, showing their commitment to peace in the region. In February 2024, Prince William visited the British Red Cross headquarters to meet humanitarian aid workers helping civilians affected by the Israel-Gaza conflict. He and the UK government called for an immediate end to hostilities and humanitarian aid to reach those in need. Later that month, Prince William chose not to attend a Thanksgiving service for his godfather, Constantine II of Greece, due to a personal matter. Instead, he visited the Western Marble Arch Synagogue, where he spoke about rising anti-Semitism and the humanitarian issues in the Middle East. He reaffirmed his commitment to promoting tolerance and understanding among different communities. After this period, Prince William has done a few things we won't mention now, but first, let's examine his relationship with the Queen and why he was the one who read the will. The admirable relationship between Prince William and the Queen. As the heir to the throne, Queen Elizabeth focused on preparing Prince William for kingship. Though they had a strong bond, there were times when she seemed frustrated, much like a parent with challenging children. Royal correspondent Melanie Bromley noted that the Queen taught William about royal duties, similar to how she taught King Charles III. Their relationship was more formal than William's with his brother Prince Harry, especially since the Queen felt less inclined to introduce Harry, who is not in the line of succession. In August 2019, reports showed that Queen Elizabeth increasingly involved William in royal duties as she aged. Royal author Juliet Reedon pointed out that this change reflects a generational shift, as the Queen recognized that each generation can adopt its style. This changing relationship has created a mentor-mentee bond between the Queen and William. Historian Robert Lacey mentioned that the Queen started educating William as a teenager, inviting him to Windsor Castle to review state documents together. Meanwhile, there have been tensions between William and Harry, mainly due to Harry's relationship with Meghan Markle. The rift reportedly began in Christmas 2018, when Harry wanted a warmer welcome for Markle, which worsened relations between their families. The Sussexes have distanced themselves from William and Kate Middleton, with both good and bad days in their relationships. While some royal insiders think Queen Elizabeth preferred to stay uninvolved, others say she played a key part in the decision for the brothers to live in separate households. The Queen has strongly supported Prince William and Kate Middleton. Their relationship began in college, and the royal family recognized the need to protect Middleton as her role within the family grew. An aide mentioned that palace staff welcomed Middleton early and guided her on handling media attention and crises. Queen Elizabeth welcomed Middleton into the family, inviting her to Balmoral after 5 years of dating. This was an essential change from tradition, showing the Queen's efforts to make Middleton feel accepted. Royal author Andrew Morton noted the Queen's deep appreciation for Catherine, recalling the challenges of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. The Queen spent time supporting William and Catherine's relationship to avoid past mistakes. She recognized that Catherine truly loved William beyond his title. Morton emphasized that her commitment to their union was significant. Few moments brought her as much joy as their wedding day, which filled her with hope for the future of the royal family.